Hello and welcome to Todd Miller TV, your resource for what's current in the Las Vegas real estate market. And I wanted to pose a question to you, and that question is, why doesn't my real estate agent call me back? So some of you, it's a question I hear all the time, it's a frustration I hear. People will call in on a property and say, I had this agent, I was working with them, and they won't call me back. So I want to kind of tell you a little bit how a real estate agent manages their business, and then maybe this will give you an insight to why that agent didn't call you back. Okay. Typical real estate agent is going to sell about 6 houses a year. That's average. Okay. Some who are more busy will sell maybe 15 or 20. Some who are less busy will sell less. And in order to sell that many houses, an agent typically has to work with about 5 to 10 times that many people, meaning a real estate agent is going to have to take 5 to 10 people out in their car, show them some houses to end up with a closed sale, which is how the agent gets paid. So if you think about it, that one sale the agent makes with you, or in the past with you, they took around all these other people who never bought a house. So you've got a real estate agent who's juggling maybe 10 or 20 people, and they get a couple people who have decided they've committed to buying, and maybe they bought from them in the past or they're referred, and so that agent now spends their time with that person. So all these other people who are in line working with this agent, they're not a priority. And the big problem here is there's no communication between the buyer, potential buyer, and the real estate agent. Two-way street. See, the agent doesn't know you're really committed to buy. Maybe you haven't agreed in writing. You haven't said, look, I want to hire you to be my agent. Let's just sign this agreement saying I will work exclusively with you. I won't work with other agents. You're not going to pay them anything. They're going to get paid on the sale, but at least they know you're committed to them. So the reason they haven't called you back is because they don't know that you're committed to them. So absent of that, you're just one of those 10 people that hoping at some point that they might buy, and when you're calling them and stuff, they don't know that you're serious. So that's one of the biggest reasons. For real estate agents, the key there is to have a small group of people that are your core set of buyers that you work with, and get them and ask them, will you work exclusively with me? And explain how it works. Just say, hey, look, I sell this many houses a year. I have this number of people that I know are going to buy a house. Meaning we have a loan pre-qualification. We've sat down together with the lender. We've got the loan pre-qualification. We've sat down. We filled out this agreement called the buyer-broker agreement. You don't have to pay me anything. You just have to use me. You have to agree to use me for the house. And then if they're not going to use you, they have to tell you, which is what typically happens. An agent will show a bunch of houses, never hear back from the buyer. A couple months later, they found out the buyer bought a house with another agent, and then they say, oh, well, the buyers they're all flaky. But the truth isn't that they weren't just communicating right. So to answer your question, if your agent's not calling you back, it's because they don't know that you guys are really committed to each other. So what you need to do is find an agent who will commit and make it mutually agreed upon in writing that you guys are going to work together to help you buy a house. That is my update for the day. If you have any questions, like you want to see like a little video on a specific topic or whatever, there's a comment block right below this video. Just put a comment in there and go, hey Todd, why don't you make a video about why this happens, or why I should do this or shouldn't do this, or what's going on, and then I'll respond to it just with another video and send it to you. That's my update for the day, and thanks for tuning in.